So, what do you know about Winnipeg?
Winnipeg.
Winnipeg! Back to Winnipeg!
Spoiler alert, we're famous. Here's Winnipeg for real.
Bonjour.
Mabuhay.
Hola.
Shalom. Namaste. 早上好.
Assalamu alaikum.
We're friendly Manitobans and we're jazzed to welcome you to our fair city. Did you know that over 100 languages are spoken in Winnipeg? The capital of Manitoba is a patchwork quilt sewn by grandmas, abuelas, kokam, and umkolu. Together, we celebrate Folklorama, the world's largest and longest-running festival embracing multiculturalism. We're a tapestry, not a melting pot, and you are welcome in Winnipeg. Hungry for innovation? Winnipeggers have served up many incredible culinary inventions that have become favorites far and wide. What are chicken fingers without honeydill sauce? What is a microwave without a pizza pot? What is a hot summer day without standing in line for a Goog special? And what would downtown be without the watchful eye of the Candyman emblazoned on the side of the Nutty Club? Thank you, brilliant and ravenous Winnipeggers, for bringing these creations to our tables. Unique baby names are all the rage these days, but have you ever heard of a man called Intrepid? He was born and raised in Winnipeg, although his given name was Sir William Stevenson. Any guesses what international phenomenon he inspired?
My name is Bond.
Bond. Bond. Bond.
Bond. Bond. James Bond.
The world's most famous spy. What do Bugs Bunny, Snow White, and Winnie the Pooh all have in common?
Oh, help and bother.
We'll take credit for all of them, thank you very much. Disney illustrator and Winnipegger Charles Thorson based the character of Snow White on a young local waitress and later went on to create Elmer Fudd and Bugs Bunny.
What's up, Doc?
And who put the Winnie in Winnie the Pooh? In 1914, World War I captain and Winnipegger Harry Colburn brought a black bear cub named Winnie to England as his regiment's mascot. History was made when Winnie was visited at the London Zoo by author A.A. Milne and his son Christopher Robin, which led Milne to create a series about a boy and everyone's favorite glutton for honey, Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, bother.
Do you delight in a good fright? Come for a creep around Manitoba's legislative building and discover a trail of occult clues concealed in this replica of King Solomon's temple. Hieroglyphic inscriptions, numerological codes, and Freemasonry symbols are hidden throughout the architecture. Thousands have whispered a secret wish in the pool of the Black Star and heard the ancient chamber echo it back into the universe. Go, Jets, go. Will you be next? Come for a tour and take a deep dive into the hermetic code of this intriguing landmark. In Winnipeg, we're made from what's real. Real, that is. Manitoba was the 5th province to join the Canadian Confederation following a resistance in 1869 led by Métis leader Louis Riel, who is known as the founding father of Manitoba. Winnipeg is home to the largest Francophone community in Western Canada. You can take in our French history and culture in St. Boniface all year round, or come in February and experience the joie de vivre of Festival de Voyageurs. Hey ho!
Just landed in Winnipeg, and I seem to have landed in the middle of a blizzard.
Winnipeg's been officially designated as a winter city by the World Winter Cities Association for Mayors, but any local could have told you that. In Winnipeg, we make the cold cool. We don't just embrace winter, we hug it tight with 2 gloved hands before shaping it into one of the most creative scenes you've ever seen. What do Neil Young, Randy Bachman, and Burton Cummings have in common besides epic facial hair? These famous Winnipeggers all dominated the rock scene in the 1970s. The Guess Who song American Woman topped international music charts and was the #1 best-selling single in the world. The Prairies are still producing world-class musical talent to this day. Dynamic vocalist and songwriter Fozia was featured on a David Guetta track while still in high school and went on to release a single in 2021 with John Legend.
Winnipeg is back in the big leagues and over the moon.
Winnipeggers are die-hard sports fans, so much so that we rallied together to bring our Jets back home in 2011 following their devastating move to Phoenix in 1996. Speaking of Winnipeg in the 90s, did you know that Keanu Reeves played Hamlet at the Manitoba Theatre Centre? If Keanu Reeves is the internet's boyfriend,
What?
Teemu Selanne is Winnipeg's husband. We're also known to be the loudest hometown arena in the division, especially during a whiteout. Not to mention, our Winnipeg Blue Bombers are back-to-back Grey Cup champions. And if you take a closer look at the cup, former chair of the Winnipeg Football Club, Dana Spiring, is the first woman in CFL history to have her name inscribed on the trophy. The name Winnipeg comes from the Cree word Winnipi, meaning muddy water. Indigenous peoples have been gathering where the Red and Assiniboine rivers meet for over 6,000 years and is now known as the Forks. And down the street, check out the world's largest contemporary Inuit art collection on display at Qaumajuq, the newest addition to the iconic Winnipeg Art Gallery. All caught up on the crown? Get your royal fix in Winnipeg. We promise our local scene is binge-worthy. In 2010, Manitoba's flagship theatre was granted a royal designation to become the Royal Manitoba Theatre Centre. And we have the Royal Winnipeg Ballet, Canada's oldest dance company, and the very first royal charter granted by Her Majesty the Queen after her coronation. Winnipeg is home to the most prestigious arts organizations in Canada, like Rainbow Stage, Canada's largest and longest-running outdoor theatre company. Le Cercle Molière, Canada's oldest continuously running French theatre. The Winnipeg Symphony Orchestra, host to the annual New Music Festival, a leading voice for new music in North America, not to mention our festivals. We've got Folk Fest, Femme Fest, Film Fest, there's Culture Days, Indigenous Day, Pride Week. Whew, nope, not done yet. We've got Nuit Blanche, Fringe, Table for 1,200 more, wall-to-wall mural and cultural festival, and that's not even all of them. Winnipeg is the cultural cradle of Canada, and we take our title very seriously. About as seriously as we take drinking Slurpees in minus 40-degree weather. This is Winnipeg, and we're made from what's real.